Hey guys, here with this Ibanez RG3XXV. Terrible names, I know, but recently picked this up in a trade, and it took me a while to figure out the trem system, so I figured I'd explain it quickly for you, because no one wants to spend more time than they have to watching YouTube videos, right?
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved.
So, of course, we've got the top of the trem is pretty much like any original Floyd Rose. We've got the saddle screws for adjusting intonation. Forget what these pieces are called. Of course, you can raise and lower them with the Allen wrench to change the action height at the bridge. Fine tuners. And what's different about these on top is it's not quite a flush mount. Well, the knife edge will be parallel with these studs, but because the top of the base plate is angled just a little bit this way, it won't look level. When I got it, it was adjusted so the top of the base plate was flush with the body, and that you can see on the back is not proper. So here, what this knob does initially looks a little foreign, but it's just the replacement for the traditional, claw with the wood screws that you see in any Strat or any other trem system. Should be a little more durable over time, and it's easy to adjust without removing the base plate and without using a screwdriver. So that's nice. This is simply an indicator for how far this is adjusted. Doesn't really matter much. It's maybe a little helpful when you've got changing string gauges or something, but you'll see if you move it this way, slackens a little, so this will move down. These two main tension springs will then have less tension, and so it'll buck the bridge up this way. So, as opposed to if you go this way, it'll tighten up these springs, and then bring the bridge down a little bit. Now, what's interesting about this this guitar has the 0-2 bridge, and so that has the 0-point system that Ibanez introduced, and that's a little, again, it confused me at first because there's surprisingly little information about these online, at least easily accessible information. What this does is it kind of, on a normal Floyd Rose, you bend, it pulls the bridge up, pulls the other strings out of tune. That doesn't happen so much with this because this has an extra 2 tension springs. So what you want is for the trem block here to be just in contact, putting just a little bit of pressure on this, on the bar. And what that does is, you strike a chord or something, it'll kind of snap right back to that spot. It's nice, keeps it in tune better. So that's the most important part of this whole setup, is just, Steve Vai. Yeah, you just want that perfectly in contact there. And if you really prefer, what this is good for is like, Eddie Van Halen stuff, for instance, because he's got a decked tremolo. This kind of gives it a decked feel because it'll snap back to that one spot, but still allow pull-ups as well. Whereas what's not so good about having the 0-point bar here, it's worse for flutters if you're into that kind of thing. Still kind of works, but not quite as well. So yeah, let me see if I missed anything. That's really about all there is to it. It's not nearly as complicated as it looks at first, but yeah, if any questions, just leave them in the comments, and hope this helps. Thanks, guys.